Thanks for tuning in for this Essential RC flight test, and in this rather nondescript polystyrene box we have a rather exciting model. It's a HSD 1.5 meter Super Viper. There are several power system versions you can get, 6S, 8S and 12S, and we've gone for the 12S high power version in the gold scheme. Pretty pointless having a high power EDF model unless you are going to use really good lipo packs, and that's what we're using here. We're using OptiPower Ultra 6S packs, and we're going to use two of these in serial connection, and they're 50C rated, so these are really going to deliver the power that we need for this model. Okay, so let's not hang around, let's unbox it and see what we get. Okay, so everything unboxed, let's go through it very quickly. So we've got the canopy, no pilots, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm sure if we look on various forums, people who have flown this, they'll be able to advise what pilots we can get and fit in. And it looks like these, the underneath of the seats can be removed quite easily, so we could put those pilots in when we get them. We've got the elevators, and everything is already done for you, already hinged with pin hinges, the horns and the servo arms and the servos already in place, and the linkages, and they all look pretty strong to me. And all you've got to do is screw it into the side of the fuselage and connect up the servo. So there are two of those. The wings, again, looks really simple. The connections are all via this mount here, so you just slot that into the side of the fuselage, and a few screws, making sure you put the aluminium wing joiner in place. Very easy too. The landing gear already in place, and they look pretty substantial. Metal struts. Again, the servos and the linkages already in place for the flaps and the ailerons, and the hinging already in place. The rudder, again, complete, so you've just got to bolt that in place and connect up the servo. The nose section, I mean, this is a long model, but that's why they have it in two sections, so that just bolts onto the front of the fuselage. You can see the nose leg is in place, as is the nose gear door. And all the connections are nicely labelled, so we can put those into the female connections inside the fuselage. And the fuselage itself, so from the front you can see those connections that we've got to plug all the cables from the nose section into. You've got the power leads that plug into your flight battery or batteries. And then the other connections that go into your receiver. Canopy is secured with this little catch here. At the tail end, you can see that the elevators just slide into that and onto the female servo connection, and the rudder on top as well, the same. What I've done is taken the screws out of the underneath so you can see the fan. So it's a 700 kV unit for 12S. Pretty big, and the speed controller, and the speed controller was floating around, so I've put in some Velcro and some zip ties to hold that down securely. Otherwise, this piece just attaches with 4 screws, so we'll do that. So looks like a pretty straightforward build, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and let's see what it looks like after that. Okay, so that's assembly complete of this HSD Super Viper, and it literally took half an hour, and that is because the servos are already in place and hooked up to their respective control surfaces with the control rods. So all you have to do is take the fuselage and fit the elevators and the rudder and the wings onto the fuselage and the nose section as well, which comes as a separate piece onto the fuselage, and install your receiver and plug everything in. It's really that simple. And the one little upgrade that I did, I took the aluminium wing joiner and I put in a 14mm outer diameter carbon tube inside that, just to give it more strength, because the 12S setup is going to have quite a high wing loading, and I did some research on the forums, and that's what previous owners had recommended. So just to show you the retracts working. So you'll see that the nose gear is sequenced with the gear door here, and that's done for you. There's literally one connection into the receiver. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, so that's it. So we've charged up our OptiPower Ultra packs, two 6S 5000 packs, which we're connecting into the model. We've changed out the one plug that's provided and made that into a serial connection with two XT90 plugs, and that means we don't need to do anything else. We can just plug those two packs in, and that's it. We're ready to go. So let's go fly this for the first time.
Taking off. Fast pass low. Flat pass on the next one.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so that's first two flights of this HSD Super Viper in the bag, and it really was fun to fly. For a sport jet, as you saw on the flight video, it does some great aerobatics. Knife edge is the main thing that I really love about this jet. The side force generators on each wing must make an enormous difference, because it will cruise by in knife edge at half throttle without much problem. So it's the biggest EDF foam ready to fly jet out there at the moment at 1.5 meter wingspan. HSD also do an F-16 of a similar size. I'm kind of hoping that more models of this size come out that are powered by 12S setups. That would be a lot of fun to see, or even bigger. I doubt there's limitation on manufacturing. It's probably more of the packaging. When the models get bigger, it gets a bit expensive to ship them around, but we can hope. Okay, so that's it for this flight test from Essential RC. If you'd like to see more flight tests by Essential RC, then please subscribe to this YouTube channel using the button at the top of the screen now, or why not join our Facebook group, where you can find more news, reviews and the occasional free giveaway. But thanks for watching this one. See you next time.